Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. It has been forever since we actually played the old Iron series, and so here we are. So, this is, I believe it's Curtains, going to Jackson, Wyoming. We have 818 miles to go, and we have 15 hours to get there. Actually, no, we have 15 hours until we get there. There we go. And then 48 hours and 52 minutes and so on and so forth. The only thing that I can see the problem with this is that we need to sleep here real shortly. So that may be just an issue, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Let's see. So we have a Rocky Mountain double on us today, just to break up the monotony. And we have $1,290. That is all we have to play with, and I can't see a bloody thing. So we're just going to take this as absolute wide as we can. I forgot that this truck is... Oh, that ain't going to work. Holy macaroni and cheese. Yeah, that ain't going to work. So... oh, man, we're starting off... Good thing I looked. But we're starting off real swell, ain't we? So we can get the first trailer around. So let's do some non-legit maneuvers. So we're just gonna keep coming out this way, and then we're just gonna cut back. Then we're gonna stop. We're gonna back up. Welcome back to American Truck Sim, where you ain't gonna be able to get out of the shipper. Come on, baby. I can't. Oh, apparently I hit a tree. Okay, so I can't go right. So we just got to stay as wide as humanly possible. I can't see a bloody thing. Goodness gracious. Is there any... Not really. There's another tree there. Are we going to make it? I don't know how, but we made it. Okay, good. Oh, good. I have no air. That's even better. But anyway, so this is going to Jackson, Wyoming. We are in Medford, Oregon. And what is it? Is this one? It is that one. And so, yeah, we get to go all the way to Jackson, Wyoming. And that's only because Rasher's not here. Wyoming and Rasher just don't get along at all. But from the last episode, if I remember correctly... We were in, I think, Arkansas, New Mexico, somewhere in that range. We definitely weren't in Oregon. But since it's been so long since we've last played, updates and everything else has happened. And so we had to move or pick a direction. And I was like, you know what, let's go back to Oregon. It's been a while, and it was free. So I said, screw it, we're going to Oregon. So that's where we were. Like I said, in the last episode, I think... we upgraded the motor and the transmission. So the transmission, it used to be, I think it was either a 6-speed automatic or it was a 10-speed manual. And so we upgraded that to a 13-speed, and the motor is now a 450, I think, 450 horsepower motor, I think. We may have to stop and check that out. I can't remember. But I know that we did upgrade it. And just in case anybody is wondering, let's go to services. Let's go to bank. We did, however, pay off the loan. We have no more loans whatsoever. And so with that being said, it's fantastic. We could take another loan, but that is not what we're going to do. So... Nobody's really been playing this series lately, but as the series still stands, and what it started on, it was we bought this truck from Grandpa, and it was me, Rasher, Dave, and Scotsman. But yeah, so we got this truck from Grandpa, got a $100,000 loan. Finally, we're on our own, right? So we got a garage, we got a truck, and then go have fun. So I finally paid off the loan, and it took forever, actually, because I think this is realistic economy as well. We have 23 mods installed. I can't remember exactly all the mods, but I think it's realistic economy or something to do with that effect. And so I mean, you're only going to get like $1,000 to $4,000 a load, period. So it is. Oh, you stupid son of a bejemer! I gotta go back to outside camera. But listen to this one. It's great, still great to this day. But any Hooser, I'm not turning left, am I? No. So any Hooser. So we had the $100,000 loan. We could not buy or upgrade a truck or buy another truck or do anything until that loan was paid for. Couldn't do anything. So now that the loan is paid for and we are basically debt free, we own the truck outright and everything else. Now we can buy another truck. We can buy a trailer. We can do whatever we want as long as we do not get another loan. So we can do whatever we want as long as we don't get another loan. And that is basically what the rules were. Now, seriously? Risky motherfucker. Anyway, so that's what the rules were, and that's what they are still going to be. I think, actually, if I remember right, we have to upgrade the garage first, which is not going to be fun whatsoever, because I think that's $125,000. But the good news is that if we hit this button too, it's going to be a lot of this screen, I think. Let's see, career, where is it? What is it? Oh, service, used trucks. We can buy a used truck for $13,000. And then, I thought it was even less than that, but apparently it's not. Oh, look at that truck. That's pretty cool. Was it not that? Mod dealer, 114,000, 24,000. So apparently I just don't have any used trucks for sale. Apparently. Let's see. I thought I did. Well, oh well. It is what it is. Either way, $13,000 for the first truck. It's got 822,000 miles on it, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a 2-star. But, you know, like I said, you can get trucks fairly cheap. A lot of breakdowns and everything else, probably, but it is what it is. So with all that being said, this truck is finally upgraded, and I think... So I know we had to pay off the loan before we get the upgrades, but I can't remember exactly what was the second level before we can upgrade again. I don't know if it was like you had to unlock the garage before you could do it, or you could just do it whenever you get to do it, or whatever. I don't remember, actually. So anyway, as of right now, we could just do whatever the hell we want. But it's going to be a bit. We got $1,290. I don't even know if we're going to make it to Wyoming with $1,290, and that's just with fuel. So we're going to see what we can do. Like I said, we got a 13-speed. It's either a 13 or a 15-speed. It has been so long, I didn't even look at it. But I do know that the motor is a 450 or a 475. It could, now thinking about it, it could be a 475 because I don't think I actually had a 450 available. But either way, it's upgraded. That's all that matters. So we're going to be running out. Looks like we're going to hit I-84 in Ontario. So we're going to see what we can do. Probably going to get fuel. If I can, we're going to get fuel in Idaho because it's going to be a lot cheaper than Oregon. We do have realistic fuel prices on as well. So the furthest you get away from the West Coast, the better. And that is even true today in IRL, because everybody else is paying like $2 a gallon and we're stuck here at $3 to $4 a gallon. It's ridiculous. Like I saw in Oklahoma, they're paying like $2.09 a gallon or something like that for regular or gas, and then diesel's like $3.13 a gallon, which is just absolutely insane. Because I don't know what gas is here, but I know that diesel right now is $4.19 a gallon. And the only reason I know why diesel is and not gas is because my pickup's a diesel. But lately, I actually at work I can fill up the my pickup at the yard, and I just pay what they pay. So I think it's like 3.42 and a half a gallon, which is a hell of a lot better than $4 a gallon. Let me just put it that way. So we'll see what happens. We'll get about 57 miles an hour here, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So I get a little bit a little break on diesel, which is pretty nice. And then the wife likes to go on rides and everything else, so we go out on rides and explore the country and stuff like that. Especially this Thanksgiving week, been off all week, so didn't help the pocketbook any, but she wanted to go, so I was like, okay, whatever. Hopefully I won't get a ticket at 60. If it's 59, it's great, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we pretty much go on a lot of trips, just day trips. We start out, and I know how to get to the coast, a bajillion more ways than just the highways. And so we go up and head up and over the mountain and, stuff like that. And she gets to see new stuff, and I get to figure out what roads lead where, So it all helps out. Oh, good. I didn't get a ticket for that. I was very, very nervous right there. Klamath Falls already. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll stop somewhere as soon as we can get fuel. I hope we can make it that 4.5 hours. We should be able to get to Ontario at least in 4.5 hours. I think. We'll definitely see. Looks like we're going to jump up 97, probably go to Highway 20, if I had to imagine, and then go over from there. Other news on this here game is I heard and I saw something about British Columbia. So it seems as if they're going to expand into Canada, which is pretty cool. Hopefully that, like this game here, hopefully they will add snow and weather and stuff like that. They probably won't, but we can all hope. And then Iowa is on its way, Louisiana is on its way, and I think it's South Dakota is also on its way. We're gonna be turning here, getting on the freeway there. Copy that. Not the best place for a 56,000 pound load to go up, but it is what it is. But yes, we got a lot of states coming in. I don't even think I have Iowa yet, to be honest with you. But I think Iowa's already out. But I don't have Iowa. Louisiana I'm pretty interested in. Just because, well, it's the swamps. I've never been to Louisiana. But seems pretty cool to me, I think. So I'm going to have to get that one whenever it goes on sale, of course. Because it's probably going to be $11.99 a DLC or map or whatever you want to call it. So they're definitely not cheap. Especially if you're starting in on this game and you have to buy all of those at once. That's probably $200 by now. But, we'll see what happens. My brother, he has a PC now. Well, he had my old PC, like my very first PC, and apparently it died. And so he got himself a new PC like a week ago or so by now. And, so we're going to have to see if we can get on that together and see what we can do. He wants to play this game, but I don't know. I don't even know if he has it or not yet. I'm going to have to check and see. It'd be pretty cool to get him on here and go cruising. Going to Winnemucca. Where are we at now? Because I don't think we're going on 20. Oh well, we'll see. I was going to say, can someone go? Alright. I still do have a truck in mind of what I want to drive. But, yeah, it's going to be a long time from now. Just because of the fact of, well, it's expensive. And I have $1,200, $1,300 to my name. And so the only way to get money is just to do it. If we get basically one ticket, we're screwed. Because I just don't... I mean, we should make 748 miles close to a tank. But we will see. We will see indeed. Like I said, hopefully we can get at least into Idaho. And then call it an episode, I think. Been a little bit longer of an episode, but hopefully that's alright. Like I said, it's just been so long since I've been in this game. And, you know, got to get the old Peterbilt 350. What is it? 350? I think it's the 350. Peterbilt 350. Had to get it out and running and get the soot and everything out of it. And of course, we spent so much time and money and effort and getting her up to what we had here. So, we'll see what happens. Wish there was more traffic on the road. Always do. Makes it feel a little less, you know, zombie apocalypse feeling. But we'll see what happens, you know. No real mods were good or anything. I was going to make a video of hauling logs and stuff like that, but I didn't care for how the video turned out, and that was the last time I played this game, and that was like 2 months ago. And you know, it just, I didn't like how it turned out, like I said, so I just didn't. I deleted the episode or video, and I think it was even edited. I edited it up and everything else. I just didn't care for it, so I deleted it. And then never thought of it again. Oh, yellow truck. For everybody that's new, if you see a yellow truck, you gotta honk the horn. And so we saw a yellow truck, we honked the horn. Good old Scotsman told us that. Alright. I don't even know if we've been on Highway 140 yet. I believe so, because ain't Lakeview. Oh, fuel. Do we want fuel? About half a tank. Can't really see the fuel tank, but it is half a tank. I think this is becoming into Lakeview. No, this is Bly. Never heard of Bly before. Alrighty. Coming around the corner. I mean, just for, you know, shits and gigs, I kind of want to know how much fuel actually is. So we're going to just pull in. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to get just a little bit, just to make sure that we're actually going to make it to Idaho. $4.38 a gallon. That's ridiculous. Let's get 50 gallons. Sounds good to me. Or $50 worth. 11.32 gallons. Might as well just not have bought anything. But $4.38 a gallon, that's ridiculous. Oh, yellow truck behind us. We're just going to cut him off. Yep, sorry, bud. Thanks for letting me in, even though you didn't much have a choice. So because we saw $4.38 a gallon, now we just got to remember what Idaho is. Or remember when we get to Idaho. And then we'll see if we made a good decision or not by just getting a little bit of fuel, and that's it. This guy pushing me up the hill. Yep, he is. Well, he's going to be pushing me up the hill for a while. It will be pretty fun. Hopefully we can get the guys back together and do a convoy. It's been a while since we did a convoy. Well, hopefully we can do that and hang out again. I know Dave has been doing his own thing. I actually haven't talked to Dave for a long time. But, yeah. Rasher, you know, he's been busy with GMS, Gold Mining Sim, and stuff like that. We're going to stop here and take a little sleep. Because we need to. Because we only had 2 hours left. Can I get out this way? I don't think we can. It doesn't look like it. So we're just going to go flip a babushka. Or just stop right here. That's fine by me. I'm going to be driving into the night. Well, good. We slept. Everything's good. Brights are now on. Try to keep my brights on all the time. We'll see what happens. Got a stop sign. Hopefully I don't need to stop at the stop sign. Didn't even look left before I took off. That's fine. Got a little bit of wear on the truck. Probably just tires and whatnot, I would imagine. But we should be good to go. Let's do F6. There we go. So we have 35 hours to get there yet. So we have about 2 more sleeps we could do before we run out of time. Which, theoretically, if we're not there in 2 more sleeps, then something happened. Want to at least try to get down to 400 miles and see, because 400 miles, it's a good video. It's about, 25, 30 minutes long. And then, of course, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to back this thing up. Clearly, as you could see, trying to leave, I couldn't back it up before, so nothing is going to help me get this thing backed up whenever we get to the destination. No, let's not cut over lines here. Yeah, like I was saying, hopefully we can get the band back together, and don't need to turn the blinker on, and get a convoy going. It's just difficult, That's just what all it is, It's not that none of us want to hang out with each other or nothing. It's just work, Scotsman, he works nights, which kind of helps, because he works when we're working. So he's off when we're off and stuff like that. And, Rasher, he works, but weird days, And then, of course, I work Monday to Friday, and, so it's just, everybody's got, I'm just going to go straight, screw that. I remember that was dirt. I don't want to go that way. Anyway, so everybody, they have different days off, different work days, different work hours, it's just a part of adulting. So if anybody's out there that's watching that's not got a job and anything yet, adulting sucks, okay? 100%. So a lot of times you just get to, it's going to sound real weird, but you get to play with yourself, and that's it, because, your buddies, they all have to work, and that's just the way it is. So you get on the game, start playing. What the hell is that? Oh, it's balloons. Okay. I thought it was like a chicken or something. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, so that's why the convoys hasn't been up. That's why the videos have been weird on my channel. It's just trying to get used to the work schedule, trying to get used to everything else. It's just taking time. A lot more time than I thought it would, actually. Alright, there's a Chevron. $3 and some odd cents, which I know is a lie. If you go west or east there, you get to Winnemucca. That guy's flashing me because my high beams are on. I don't care. So we're going 295, huh? Interesting. Going to Riley next, apparently. Like I said, if we can get down to about 400 miles, it should be a fairly easy day. We may stop at about 500 miles. All depends on what happens here. What if we hit the map button? Oh, 395, not 295. I do apologize. Yeah, so we're going to go up and hit Burns. So we'll probably just stop in Ontario. I mean, look at this. We got a fuel island and everything else right here. And that's going to be 248. So it's going to be 400 miles. Got it. Almost exactly 400 miles. And then next episode is going to be all interstate. And so it's going to be, even easier. And then 80 miles an hour and stuff like that. So it won't be too terribly hard. There we go. Get up to 64 miles an hour since the speed limit's at 60. And away we go. I know nighttime sucks. I do apologize. it's already dark, and then YouTube makes it even darker. And everybody that posts videos on YouTube, complains about it. I do understand, even as a watcher of other people's videos, it sucks. I do apologize. So hopefully you will forgive me. But since we slept basically halfway during the day, hopefully we can get our schedule back to daytime and drive through to the daytime. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Because what I'll probably do is, as soon as we get to Ontario, I will sleep again, and then as soon as we sleep again, theoretically it will be daytime, but I doubt it. So we may even stop somewhere before that so that we can get some daytime footage. Because I don't necessarily want to just, time lapse it, because what's the fun in that? It's a sharper corner than I thought it was. See, look, you would miss all that fun stuff, you know what I mean? So we could stop in Burns. Yeah, let's just stop in Burns, and then we'll sleep, and we won't really need to have to sleep, but just for video's sake, we'll just stop in Burns and go from there. But curtains, that's pretty heavy for curtains. 54,004 pounds. So we're sitting probably roughly, about, as soon as you get the trailer weight and the truck weight, you're probably sitting right at about 85 to 86,000, I would imagine. So I would think that the truck and the trailer, and then the dolly, and then the other trailer, is about 30,000 pounds, if not a little bit more. Or at least in real life, it should potentially be that much. I know that, so my log truck, empty, with the trailer decked up on the truck and everything else, my light weight is 30,000, and it depends on the scale and the fuel, but about 30,500 pounds. And so loaded, it's anywhere from 84 to 86,000. We can haul, I think it's up to 88,000 pounds. If not, it's 86,000, 88 to 86,000, somewhere in there. And so we try to get to as close to, at least I try to get to as close to 85 as possible. And as long as you're, halfway near it, they won't complain. But, so 30,500 pounds. So we're hauling roughly about 50,000 pounds worth of logs. And that's quite a bit. You think about it, and you don't think that a tree weighs that much, and then it does. Of course, we haul, I would say, probably about 15-inch logs, circumference. It's not the biggest logs in the world, but I mean, there was one, I got a picture of it, I put my hand next to it, and I like to think my hand's decent size, But, it was probably about 2-3 foot wide. Yeah, it was a big log, that's for sure, but it is what it is. I think we're coming up to Burns, actually really soon now. Yep, coming up to Burns now, so we'll just, looks like there's a truck stop right there. There's a way station, fuel, so we'll just, there's a rest area right outside. And let's stop on the outside of Burns there. Top right corner of the map, there's a rest area or something. And then, of course, there's a scale. So, we're going to have to go through the scale. Might as well do it now while I'm thinking about it. So, we'll just do that. We'll minimize this again. So, we're turning right, apparently. 10 hours would be exactly 10 o'clock. Yeah, that'll work. Thank goodness he started moving. Here, let's kill the brides. No, it don't do anything. And we're just gonna go for it. Not seeing no lights. Going for it. Take a wider swing there, because we do have doubles behind us. Oh, so this I guess, quote, Riley, and then Burns is 28 miles away. Okay, we could work with that. Didn't get to see how far Ontario is, but we got about half a tank. We did get about 11 gallons worth that will basically start the truck, but we should be okay. We'll get fuel in the next video. Like I said, pretty much as soon as you cross into Idaho, the fuel price drops about $1 or $2 a gallon. So that's what we're waiting on, and then we'll just fill her up to the brim and go on out. I think I have 150, 175 gallons on this truck. Man, I'm trying to think of a long time ago, and it's kind of difficult. Let's see, 45 coming up. We'll just jake brake down. Oh, that's another big thing. Everybody loves to hate on the jake brakes. And it's like, oh, well, who cares? I run jake brakes. But on the newer trucks, anyway, they're real quiet. Have I not been to Burns yet? Okay, apparently we haven't been to Burns yet. That's weird. I thought we came through here before, but apparently we didn't. Alright, so there's Dollar General. Stop there, get some of them, little icing cake things. Get in this left lane here. And this is pretty much the size of Burns, by the way. If you ever wanted to go to Burns, Oregon, for whatever reason, this is it. It was actually kind of funny. So I used to be in choir back in the day, in high school and whatnot. Used to be in choir, and we had a trip going to Boise, Idaho. So we all piled onto a bus, and let me tell you what, a lot of teenagers without the knowledge of deodorant was terrible. Oh, yellow cart and yellow truck at the same time. Oh, another yellow truck right up there. Anyway, it was not fun, especially when you're on the flats of the desert. It was horrendously bad. And so yeah, we came out here, and there's a high school somewhere in this general vicinity, and yeah, we slept in the gym. And then we slept a lot of gyms, because they didn't want to pay no money for a hotel or nothing, but that would be expensive. So we just slept on the gym floor. How exciting. But yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like. I mean, we've seen deer walk through the road, like in the middle of the town, just nonchalant, like, oh well, middle of the daytime. Way station, half mile. So what'd I say, about 85,000 pounds? I think that's about it. Do I have to stop? Oh my goodness gracious, I get to go by. For the first time ever, I get to go by. That's fantastic. So it is 1 o'clock, so it's going to push us into the 11 o'clock, almost noon. So that'll still give us about 8-9 hours of daytime in the next video. So should almost get there, I would imagine. Everybody that's been watching this far, I do appreciate every single one of you. Like I said, I know the videos have been all over the place. I know that view counts have been down and stuff like that. I do understand. If you have any ideas of what to pick that back up, games you want to watch, stuff like that, let me know, and we'll definitely get back into it. I do have the Highland Cow Scotland map or whatever for Farm Sim. Gonna have to pick that up here shortly. Well, actually I already have that. We're gonna have to play it shortly, and get all that squared away. I know Farm Sim was pretty decent views, and so I know a lot of you guys want to watch that, so I have to bring that back out. Let's see here. Oh, it's right here. We'll just pull over here. Don't want to hit nothing, but kind of makes it impossible to know where you're supposed to go. Okay, so we're just stopping now. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll sleep right quick to see just what exact time it is going to be. 11:33. So this is the light that we get to see tomorrow. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Catch you all in the next one. And you all, take care.